And we'll add just a little bit more of the original color onto the silver parts too. And then I think I'm gonna be calling it a day. Your minis look like shit? Oh no. It's just a matter of practice, dude. It's just a matter of practice. I feel like the internet is a dangerous place though to make comparisons, because there are some guys that are just so freaking good at mini painting. And then look at your own stuff. You're like, well, I was pretty proud of my work, but hey. Turns out I'm garbage. Like Lowko? No, I'm not that good, dude. Compared to the mini painters that are running competitions and stuff, those guys are insane. Gotta use it as inspiration, I think. As fuel to make your own work better. If you start comparing too much and, you know, trash talk yourself, it's a bad play. I added some highlight lines over here to the silvery wings. I think that's nice. Have a good one, Bruce. Take care. I've been painting minis for about a year now. Not a super long time. This is Lionel Johnson, D-Sauce. I'm painting the Johnson of, no, I'm painting Lion's John, no, I'm the Johnson of Mr. Lion. I'm saving Private John, no, I'm shaving, saving Private Ryan, that's it. I figured it out. Who's Lion? Lion on these? No. Let me mix a little bit of the silver as well into the gold, just to make one brighter color. Just for the brightest highlights onto the crown. I'd be lying if I didn't think that was funny, Echo. Mixing silver to highlight gold. It actually works. Interestingly enough, you can highlight gold with silver. That didn't ever make sense to me until I started mini painting. I'm like, yeah, actually. Because really bright gold is just very reflective to the point where it looks almost silvery, which is weird, but maybe highlight the bone just a tiny, tiny amount. Just the brightest parts of the bone. We're going to see the new Moana movie tomorrow, guys. I don't know if it's new. I think it's been running for a while already, but Other than that, I've already finished my video for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Holy crap. Normally my Wednesdays are kind of packed with things to do. There's a couple things I need to do tomorrow, but I woke up so early this morning that I've already got my video and everything done for tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, I've been streaming on my YouTube channel, my main channel, for the better part of this month. I kind of thought it was gonna destroy my algorithm, but I think January is turning out to be actually my most viewed month on YouTube ever. I had a couple of videos that did really well, but also just in general, it seems like posting regular shorts and live streaming and stuff, it is certainly drawing quite a bit of attention to the channel. It's, yeah, I've never seen... So, I looked at it this morning. In the entire month of December, we had about 2.2 million YouTube views, which is quite a lot. This month so far, and it's currently the 28th, over the last 28 days, it's sitting at 3.6 million. That's more than I've ever seen for my channel. In 14 years? No. Anyways, a very long time of YouTube uploads. It is kind of blowing my mind. But it seems like this month is maybe my most viewed month on YouTube ever, which is just insanity to me. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I didn't expect that we would see growth in 2025. And I don't know how consistent it's going to be and whether or not it's going to be here to stay or whatever, but... it is kind of insane. Okay, gonna be wrapping it up here, guys. This is what we did today. I highlighted the bros on the right and on the left. I may go back in and make them a little tidier next time, but we have to do a lot of details. They are holding like a, you know, a bunch of stuff. They also got like a scarf and a necklace and a bunch of stuff, like a belt. So, still a lot of work to be done. And then I also did highlighting on the base. Just a quick dry brush and then some manual highlighting. Skelly Bro is looking pretty sweet. That was a pretty quick and dirty job, but yeah, I'm actually very pleased with how that looks. Nice. We'll continue next time. Hopefully a little sooner than this time. Because, you know, last time is a little while ago. Maybe later this week. Probably later this week. Gamers. We are gonna continue painting Mr. Lionel Johnson. He will have a face. Yeah, he's going to get a face eventually. I glued him down on a little temporary base today, just with a little bit of super glue. Mostly because I wanted to glue him down to his actual base, but I think I'm better off not doing that yet because it's going to be really hard to take it away after I glue it down. So I figured we'll put him on a little temporary base and then we can paint him a little bit easier without me accidentally rubbing off the paint and all that. No, it's not a magnet. I glued it. It's super glue. So today we're going to do a little bit of the gold. There's a lot of gold details all over the Mini. And I need to make sure that all of them are base coated. Including the shield as well. I haven't actually painted the shield at all yet. So the parts that I have painted so far, I guess I can kind of show you. So this is the main body. Still some work that needs to be done. We have the base. That one's basically done, except for the things that the servitors are holding. So I still have to, the servitors themselves, or whatever they're called, they're not servitors. Pretty happy with how Skeleton Bro turned out. Skeleton Bro looks pretty sick. Anyways, and then we also have a backpack. That one I haven't done too much yet with. I mean, I painted the black. the black and the green darkness, but... and then we have the weapon. This one's unpainted. We have his face, which is absolutely minuscule. I painted the hood, not the face yet itself. And then also the shield. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the green turned out over here. I still want to go one step brighter. We may actually do that today some, I don't know. And then I also am pretty happy with how the cream turned out on the inside of the cloak. I think actually the cloth is probably one of the hardest parts of this mini. So, pretty pleased with what it looks like. I don't really want to mess it up. But we are going to try and mess it up today, because I need to do some gold. And there's a lot of gold details all over this miniature that I need to get to. So I'm going to open up a reference image as well, because there's quite a bit of it. There is quite a bit of it. Yeah. Okay. I need a couple different tones of gold. A couple different shades. The prices of the 4000 series of graphics cards is going up. Really? I guess they're no longer going to be for sale in the near future. But to make a collector's item out of an older generation GPU seems a bit weird. Let me see. So we're gonna use... Yeah, I'm gonna base coat all of the gold. So I have the greedy gold from the army painter, and then I also have the bright gold. Those are slightly different tones of gold. So I'm gonna base coat it, and then we'll use a wash. I feel like my microphone is super loud. Am I crazy? Why is it so loud? Why is my microphone loud in my headphones? Let me lower the gain a little bit. Is that better? That should make it a little bit better. There we go. Can I shake it now without everything clipping? Yep. It was fine. Yeah. It wasn't the end of the world. Not using the paint vibrator? Okay, fine. Chat, I will bring back the paint vibrator due to popular demand. It's right over here. Okay, that's all we need. I mostly use that when the paint separates, okay? You guys seem to enjoy that a little too much. The paint didn't even separate. I have way too much water on my my palette. Do you reckon I can pour it out? Sick. You're soaking right now? Okay. The paint vibrator is actually very useful, chat. Sometimes paints separate and then, you know, you can't use them. We'll start with the base coating on the shield. The shield is actually entirely... It's completely clean. The shield has not actually got any paint on it yet. I mean, other than a primer. How boring. Sorry, Katie. This went from normal to cursed really fast. It's okay. I don't need to be too tidy because the shield is still unpainted for the most part, right? So we don't really need to worry too much about clogging up any of the details. You guys please shout at me if I move the thingy out of the frame. So the base color over on the bottom part of the shield is going to be like a dark red. The eagle on the shield is also going to be out of gold. Yeah, we can just kind of smear it all over here, it's fine. Scream and shout? Yeah, let it all out. I just need to get a nice strong collar. Type in all uppercase when I move out of the range of the... Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. I'm getting close. Ooh. I'm very zoomed in, so it's kind of difficult for me to paint it and stay within the frame. We'll do like 2 coats. I'll do like the outside bit over here too, in a gold, like, I don't know. I don't really need to paint the inside of the shield so much, because the inside of the shield is going to be practically invisible. But you know what, we have access to it now since we're painting it separately, so we may as well. We know it will be there. I was not expecting a painting session. Yeah, it's been fun. I've been painting a little less actually over the last couple weeks. But I really like painting. I've been busy playing video games. Playing video games really cutting into my painting time. I know. So the eagle on the shield is also actually fully in gold. So I'm just gonna try and get a base coat on that quickly too. This is gonna take at least a couple of coats. Honestly, I could paint the entire shield in gold and it'd be okay. You've been watching my videos for a while, but you've not seen my live stream before? Ah, I see. Welcome. I've been live streaming on Twitch for many years. I've only recently started multi-streaming on YouTube. I've been painting for about a year now. Miniature painting, that is. I'm not painting armies. I just paint individual miniatures that I like. I don't play the game, I just paint. Like a nerd. Sick, I got some on my fingers. People that play the game aren't nerds. That's true. Only people that paint. Very true. Well said. I like painting my plastic soldiers, okay? That's not nerdy. Okay, we'll get back to this thing in a sec. I'm gonna put my first little bit of paint as well on the weapon. Mostly just on the handle. Okay. You watch 2 streamers from the UK who only do painting? I see. Yeah, I'm not really too interested in playing the board game or the tabletop. Maybe one day I'll give it a shot, but... I never started with the intention, at the very least, of playing the board game. Or whatever you call it. I always liked painting when I was young. I just kind of stopped doing it at some point. Like regular painting, that is. Not like, you know, miniature painting. My dad always did a lot of painting. A lot of, like, artsy stuff. And I always liked it, but then at some point I stopped. What other 40k miniatures have I painted? I've mostly been painting Age of Sigmar, actually, because I like a lot of their minis. I do have a bunch of 40k stuff too, though. So I basically just look at the miniatures and then I pick the ones that I think look cool. I make very little different. Like, it doesn't. I don't care. I don't care whether or not the minion is, or the mini is from, you know, 40k or Age of Sigmar, whatever. I think the Age of Sigmar models, though, in general, look better. At least they're a lot more creative. No, I like the bigger minis generally. So I've been painting mostly like big, like the big like army leaders and stuff. Like the centerpiece models. I like those a ton. This one is very small compared to what I did before this. Like, the one that I finished before this is the Visik Scour miniature, which is the leader of the Skaven, like the mini that came out last year, and that one's absolutely massive compared to this. Yeah, I painted quite a few. I have a lot. I painted quite a few Tyranids. I can show you the Tyranids. I think my favorite one that I painted is probably the Norn Emissary. I think this one turned out pretty sweet. Managed to do some nice blendy blends. This was also many, many hours of painting now. Where do I do this? How do I do this? There we go. My most recent Tyranid I painted was the Psychophage. Absolutely disgusting looking thing. I think right before that I painted, or maybe this was afterwards actually, I painted the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. Very pleased with how this thing turned out. Anyways, just a bunch of random things that I like painting. Yeah, that's a 30k. That's a 30k Dreadnought. I have a few Slanesh miniatures that I do want to be painting in the near future. I'm just painting them one at a time though, so I'm finishing one project at a time, because otherwise I'm gonna get distracted for sure. But I have a Keeper of Secrets that I would really like to paint. Just super hard miniature, dude. You had no idea I did painting? It's been only about a year. I've only recently really picked it up. A Sons of Horus Dread? I know. Disgusting. I gotta paint this crown section over here in gold. All of this is gonna take at least 2 coats. I should mix a couple miniatures to make a monstrosity. That is a thing people do, yeah. It's called kit bashing. Kit bashing is actually quite a popular technique. Gotta be a little careful here. Don't want to get it onto the black. People do that all the time with like weapons and like different faces and stuff. Like say you have like one box of miniatures, but you really don't like the faces. Those are the types of things that are pretty interchangeable. There's also people that will like sculpt, you know, entirely custom made stuff where they like entirely adjust everything. Very cool. Very time consuming. Very hard. Sculpting's hard, dude. Like painting is pretty tough. Sculpting is an entirely different hobby. Also kind of messy, I think. I've never really done much of it, but I saw this guy who kit bashed together a Howl moving castle themed 40k tank. Yeah, people create absolute monstrosities. Some people kit bash like hundreds of miniatures together. What was that Golden Demon winner again from like 2011 or whatever? The guy that, I don't remember the name of it. That absolutely gigantic Tyranid chasing Space Marines. I think they were Blood Angels mini. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? If you've never seen that sort of thing before, it's glorious. You can probably find it, but maybe somebody knows what I'm describing. It'll be easier to Google if I know the name. It's a kit bash of basically, I don't know, hundreds of Tyranid warriors going after a bunch of Space Marines. Shoulder pad is going to be in gold as well. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it. Okay, hold up. Let me click that real quick. That's the annoying part about mini painting. I can't really open links very easily. Dang it. I am not set up to be able to go all the way over here. Is that it? That is it, yeah. 2013. 2013. What did he call it? The Last Light. That's it. The Last Light. Warhammer. This is 11 years ago. He made like another version of it though at some point later. Oh yeah, this is the video he uploaded back in the day. This is an absolute monstrosity of a miniature, dude. A full-on compilation of, I don't know, probably about 100 Tyranids chasing down a Blood Angel. It's really difficult to get it properly in the frame, because look at look at this thing. I love this. This is amazing to me. Yeah. He recently, like I think like a year or two ago, he made like an updated video where he went over the entire thought process because he ended up selling it. Yeah, this stuff is insane. Super cool. Genuinely very creative too. Like this is not easy to do. I've never seen something like that before. Yeah. That's so much work. That's so much work. It does look a little bit like Age of Darkness, I guess. Somebody painted all of that? Yep. He ended up winning Golden Demon, which is a like a painting competition with that piece. People make crazy stuff, dude. That one's from 11, 12 years ago? Something like that. The level is going up every year. Like the dioramas that won or that did well at the most recent Golden Demon are just incredible. I love dioramas. I think dioramas are like basically like combinations, like pieces that tell a full story. I always love that sort of thing. Gold is very bright. It's actually insane though, how like over the last 10 years or so, the quality of mini painting has gone up tremendously. People already were very good, but I feel like looking at all the Golden Demon entries over the last bunch of years, everybody's just pushing each other to be better, you know? I really think like having the internet as part of that, you know, like everybody always looking at each other's work, it makes everybody want to paint better. Everybody gets insecure, so, you know. If you make a mistake, how do you fix it? You paint over it. I don't really like the idea of ending painting competitions like that, because it's just, I've only really been painting for some time, right? So the amount of work that the top guys put in it, like they're full-time painters. They basically paint. A lot of them are full-time. Maybe not all of them are full-time, but a lot of the guys are, you know, putting in insane hours to get work like that done. And then like the actual judging and all that is pretty vague. Like it's pretty unclear as to like what wins and what doesn't. I don't know, they don't give any feedback or whatever, so like if you do it really well, but you, yeah, don't win, there's nothing, you don't get any info. Okay, I gotta paint on the main mini. Let me see. Yeah, so first off, I guess the trim on the shoulder pad is a good way to start. I want to be careful. Don't accidentally want to hit any of the stuff I've already finished. A lot of this is going to require multiple coats. If I do accidentally mess something up though, I'll just have to go back in and fix it. It's okay. Easy, Lowko. Easy does it. Thank you, Bullet. I need a pacer. Yeah, we need to tickle him with a brush. Just a little tickle. What's happening in the background in the inn? Especially on the green. I feel like fixing the black is easy. Fixing the green is gonna be kind of a pain. The lion has to be gold over here too. So basically this entire section actually. Or is it a lion? I don't know what it is. This name of the mini is the lion. I don't know if this beast on his shoulder is also a lion. No, he definitely has a face. His face is over here. I'm painting the face separately so I can hopefully reach every part. He's also got 2 arms. And a base. And a backpack. But I'm doing some sub-assemblies on this guy, because otherwise it's pretty much impossible to paint. I saw one video from the War Hipster. I love watching the War Hipster's videos. He paints this thing without sub-assemblies. And he never does. But he even at the very end of the video admits like, hey, I really should have gone against my own, you know, intuition and used sub-assemblies on it, because it's just insane. You have the lion too, he's sitting inside of a box. I think there are many Lionel Johnsons sitting out in boxes somewhere. Because it's such a cool miniature, but also kind of a project. There's a lot of colors on this mini too, dude. Obviously you can paint them quickly if you want to, but if you want to do a decent job... A lion is a cat. And you know what they say about cats in boxes? I guess that's true. Maybe the lion likes sitting inside of boxes. I don't really like sub-assemblies. Mostly because of streaming and stuff. Like, I think it looks nice when the whole mini is slowly coming together. Although it's not really that big of a deal. I just kind of like it when I build everything in one go. But for some minis like this one, it's just not optimal. And for some, it's just really easy, right? Like, I painted the slan on the floating throne. Super cool mini, but it just makes perfect sense there to paint the throne and the slan separately. I painted, what's his name? Star Master Slan. Or Slan Star Master. Whatever it's called. That'll do. Gotta finish the rest of the circle, or the little circumference on the outside. You're lazy. You don't like doing the... Yeah, I don't really want to do magnets. Like, you can magnetize some stuff. My Twitch stream is twitch.tv/LowkoTV. My YouTube channel is youtube.com/LowkoTV. Everything's basically at LowkoTV. My Discord, discord.gg/LowkoTV. My Twitter, twitter.com or x.com/LowkoTV. My Instagram, instagram.com/LowkoTV. My TikTok, tiktok.com/LowkoTV. My website, www.lowko.tv. Starting to notice a little bit of a trend. What's my OnlyFans? OnlyFans. No, there's no OnlyFans. Sorry. It is a Warhammer miniature, yeah. Warhammer 40k. Or 40,000, as I like to call it, but people don't like it when I say 40,000. Okay. $40 Kelvin is pretty cold, yeah. You're converting a storage space into a crafting area? Oh, nice. I have like a dedicated painting setup now too, the one that I'm sitting at right now. I have like a permanent overhead camera and everything, which is really nice. It makes everything better, dude. If you have the space for it, a permanent setup is great. Yeah, 40 Kelvin is kind of chilly. In Europe, we call it Warhammer minus 233.15 C. There you go. This is the joy of painting with Lowko television. Get your titanium whites, your Prussian blues, your alizarin crimsons, your cadmium yellow. Get them out. We will have them going across the screen as I have them arrayed on the palette. Every lion needs a little friend, Chet. That's why there's a second little lion symbol on his chest piece. We're doing a little bit of painting, Andy. Okay. Little lion symbol over there. Not bad. He's got a little thingy over here, too. I should beat the devil out of my brush with my odorless paint thinner? Dude, Bob Ross really hyped everybody up with beating the devil out of the brush. I'm telling you, if you do beat the devil out of the brush indoors and you live in a place where you may need to use the space at some point again in the future, you are gonna get paint and paint thinner all over your rolls. Beating the devil out of it is fun and all, but much easier when you are Bob Ross and you have a studio. Not so much fun when you have a living room. Ooh, wiped that off just barely in time. I got a little bit onto the black. Although I think I'm gonna have to do some fixing here later anyways. Yeah. That's okay. Very small. Sounds like you're speaking from experience, Lowko? Maybe. Lionel Johnson is the Primarch of the Dark Angels. Yeah, this is the army leader, so to say. A lot of little nukes over here, man, to get the brush into. Kind of difficult to reach paint everywhere. He makes the gene seed. That's what he does. All the boys like Lionel Johnson's gene seed. Is this the brother of Lionel Messi? I mean, making a gene seed can get quite... No. I never knew Lowko was into Warhammer. I never knew until a year ago either, Andre. And then I realized it is time for me to take an extra step in the path to nerd enlightenment. And I became a Warhammer mini painter. It's not Lowko, only the big E can make the gene seed? Really? Oh man. I was hoping maybe one day I could get the Dark Angels army and then I could... Oh man. False advertising. One step closer to ascension to a mega neutron? Exactly. And isn't that what we ultimately all want to do? Don't we all want to be giga nerds? You were too old to be a space marine anyways, Lowko? That's true. Okay. What else? The shoulder pad, or the trim on the shoulder pad on the other one. You were there? You were there the day that Horus... That's incredible. I was there when Horus slew the Emperor. Oof. That is a cool sentence. You know what else is a cool sentence from a book? Seth, son Bolano, wore white on the day he was to kill a king. This is apparently a bit of a trend on the social medias right now. I'm a big fan of that trend. It is the first line of the Stormlight Archive. Spoiler alert. For the first sentence of the Stormlight Archive. Sorry if you didn't get to that part yet. Andy going in with the sellout. Very nice, Andy. Tickle him slowly, Lowko. There's no reason to do any rapid tickling here with a brush. There's a time for fast tickling with a brush. When we're doing base coating, but when we're doing the trim, not so necessary. You didn't expect to hear the words rapid tickling today? The rim is not going to be until the very end. We're not painting the rim until one of the final steps of the miniature, or at least until we finish the base. But we have a lot of steps to take before we do the base. Whew. Is this like a cannon rush with a brush? No, no, no. We want to be way slower than a cannon rush. Cannon rush is very timing oriented. Yeah, this is the base right over here. There needs to be some gold in that too, actually. I should paint my nails. There you go. What do I get for that? This is body art now, chat. I've seen body art streamers on Twitch. They get a lot of subs. That's amazing. Thank you, guys. I have a little bit on this one, too. That one was an accident, though. Thank you very much. I didn't realize you guys were so much into body art. My golden nail polish, dude. After all these years of mini painting, aka one entire year, I am now capable of working in a nail salon. Big day. Nailed it. You should never work in a nail salon, Ramble. You are just gonna make dumb puns the entire time. I mean, great puns. Sorry. What word did I use? S-tier, funny puns only. Look at this, looks amazing, but I'm a noob. Is there somewhere I can look to find tutorials? There are a lot of YouTube content creators for mini painting. It is a little intimidating at first. You do need some things to get started, I suppose, but there are actually some relatively easy miniatures out there too, and some pretty great techniques to get like good results without too much effort. Ultimately though, most of it is just a matter of practice, right? That is kind of how these things tend to go, but section over here, actually, in between. This little, like, chain link is also gold. At least I'm gonna make it. It's the same, actually, for this little thingy. This whole chain area that is around his chest is in gold. It's just kind of obstructed, I guess, behind the shoulder pads and the way his shoulders are tilted, but... Okay. It's also just kind of time intensive. That's another thing with mini painting. It just takes a long while. Okay. Yeah, I'm not following any tutorial to a T. I think that's useful when you first get started, and I still, you know, sometimes I think it's a good idea, but it is kind of fun to mix things up and do your own thing.